Good afternoon, everyone. It's Annie from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I thought I'd talk to you about opinions because we all have them. And I thought I would get us to focus a little bit on this because a little while ago I made a video about information overload, and this one I might call opinion overload. So I thought I'd start with a quote from Plato. And this quotation says, opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. Now, you understand this. This is the medium. So, if we say that this is just a section of space between knowledge and ignorance, we can see that if we're moving from ignorance to knowledge, there is this space of opinions. Now, we're not really at knowledge yet, are we? We're between ignorance and knowledge, but we've got opinions. And a lot of people will say that their opinions are knowledge. And knowledge, too, is limited. And this is a really important concept for us to understand because people get really fixed on their opinions, don't they? I suspect some of you listening to this video might be able to understand that you might have opinions about things because, again, we all do. And then how fixed are you on it? Now, having an opinion for yourself, for your own life actions, is very useful or can be very useful. And you will give yourself the right to change your opinion at any time, right? I suspect if you pay attention to this, you will see that this is true. If we choose to change our opinion about something, it could be because we've gained a certain knowledge, or it could just be because we feel like changing our opinion. So I really used to like this place, and I liked it at that time, but I don't like it now. So now I like this place more. So this sort of idea happens with opinions, happens about opinions about everything. So I like this political party today, but tomorrow I like that political party. I like this person today, but when they said this, I don't like them anymore. I think that they've really changed. So that's my opinion. Now, again, I allow myself to change my opinions regularly. Yet, when I hear someone else's opinion, and if it doesn't agree with my own, I feel they don't know what they're talking about. They really don't know. I've got the knowledge and they don't know. And again, remembering that opinion is not knowledge, it's not ignorance, but it's not knowledge either. So, this understanding is quite important because when we're communicating with each other, it's so useful to have that respectful understanding of this fact to help guide our communication. So then the next quotation that I came across was by Hippocrates, which just seemed to follow perfectly. So it says, science is the father of knowledge, but opinion breeds ignorance. So remember, we were talking about knowledge and ignorance again. So science is the father of knowledge. As we know, knowledge is always expanding. So we know that science is just starting as this base of knowledge that expands continuously. And ignorance is a different space. This is opinion breeds ignorance. And guess what we have a lot of in society today? Lots of opinions. And I believe that if we really take a minute to understand this idea, it'll help all of us in our day-to-day actions. And today, of course, I'd encourage that you think about this next quotation carefully, mindfully, and see if you can work from a different space regarding opinions. This one is by Krishnamurti, and it says, the man of knowledge, the man of opinion, the man of experience will never find truth. For the mind must be very simple to find truth, and simplicity is not achieved through learning. And this is incredible, right? So when we're going from ignorance to knowledge, and now in this quotation, we're learning that the man of knowledge is not going to be able to find truth. So how is that possible? We think about knowledge. Knowledge is a mind-based learning. This is learning, and learning is always based on yesterday's knowledge that I add to and have new learning. Yet truth is universal, and it's beyond the space of the mind. It's beyond the space that brings us an awareness of truth. Truth just is. There's no opinion about it. There's no knowledge about it. You don't have to know about knowledge. So, today I can read about something in the news that we didn't know yesterday. And then tomorrow I might find additional details that changes today's details that I know. So knowledge is not true truth. This is just the knowledge of this moment. This is the findings of this moment. This is the awareness of this moment. But if we look at truth, truth is beyond this. Truth is a universal energy. This is not requiring an education. This is something that, again, a lot of people have forgotten. And what happens with opinions? Oh, we see lots of arguments and disagreements, don't we? We see people that lose friendships. We see people that lose relationships. We see people that lose jobs, all because of opinions. And very expressive we are these days about our opinions. And we feel very empowered that I'm allowed to say this at my work, because if I don't, then I'm going to take it to the higher ups, I'm going to take it to the supervisor, I'm going to complain about this. And we can actually achieve something in that. We might get, a person might get some reprimand for a supervisor or a boss, and they might get a change in their job position. So because something is truly not right, but it's still an opinion. And now it's not necessarily truth. It's not a universal truth that this person is this way, period. It's just an opinion in that time. And this is very interesting to understand, because a lot of times I've actually met people who really loved a job but didn't like the supervisor. And so they let go of it all because of the opinion of not liking a person. And this has made us less accepting to opinions that differ from our own, or behaviors that differ from our own, and our openness to even hear. In terms of listening, that a lot of people aren't listening so clearly to each other these days. And I thought I'd end with this one quotation by Thomas Jefferson, which might help us all understand what our opinions, and our many expressive opinions all over the world, whether in books, in writing, in social media, our opinions are out there constantly. And this is what it's doing. And I wanted to bring our attention to this and get you to reflect on this for 5 minutes if you can after this video. This quotation says, "I never considered a difference of opinion in politics, in religion, in philosophy as cause for withdrawing from a friend." So basic. Isn't that so basic? That is any of these things worth withdrawing our energy from a friend based on opinions? And our opinions change constantly. So again, if you think about your opinions and how easily we can change our opinions about so many different things, and we continue to do, even in one day. Let's say you're enjoying the sunshine. I love the sunshine. And then after a while, it might get too hot in the sunshine. So now I'm really loving the shade. It's a change of opinion of where I'm most comfortable. So this idea and this awareness, look at what it's doing to our interaction with one another. So I'll finish again with reading this quotation. It says, "I never considered a difference of opinion in politics, in religion, in philosophy as cause for withdrawing from a friend." And how many people have opinions about all of these things and truly do break really wonderful friendships because of these differences in opinion. We're doing it in the individual levels, and you can see it happening across the world in much larger levels, across countries, across continents, across the world. So if we start with ourselves, this is where we're going to make the biggest difference around the world. So I hope that you'll do that today. Today, at least reflect on these ideas, and I hope that you will be comfortable with expressing opinions and also comfortable in hearing others too. I wish you a fabulous day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.